10 of the strangest coincidences that occurred in history. Most events in the world follow a cause and result sequence, but there are some incidents that challenge that. Logically it may seem impossible, but coincidence is denied the principle of logic and the impossible, and it's becoming more popular than we think. Although there are a large number of people who do not believe in the principle of chance, nevertheless history has time and time again found different ways to surprise us. In this article we will show you 10 of the strangest coincidences that have occurred and recorded in history, so stay with us. Number 10. An unsuccessful infiltration attempt. During World War II, the German ship SMS Cap Trafalgar attempted to slip through a British blockade by posing as the British ship HMS Carmania after returning from Trinidad Island for a refueling trip, but the first ship that spotted them was the same ship that was pretending to be. At that time a battle took place between both ships, and the battle caused the deaths of 51 sailors while 279 wrecks survived from both ships, and the Carmania was rescued and brought to a Brazilian port by other units of the Royal Navy. Number 9. A curse that came true 3 days after the exhumation of a grave by the Soviets. In 1941, when Soviet anthropologists excavated the tomb of a ruler of Turkey, they found an inscription containing a warning. The warning stated that whoever dares to exhume his grave, he will unleash a more terrible invader than he is. And 3 days later Nazi Germany invaded the Soviet Union with over 4 million soldiers. Number 8. A coincidence saves the American president from being shot dead. In 1835, when Richard Lawrence attempted to assassinate President of the United States Andrew Jackson, but for some reason his gun didn't work and he failed to shoot, an altercation ensued and Lawrence fired another pistol, which also did not work. However, later when both pistols were tested they worked well. Number 7. Coincidence at the train station ends with the death of President Lincoln. In late 1864, Edwin Booth, a 19th-century American actor, saved a man whose name he did not know from being murdered at a train station. In less than a year, Booth's brother, John Wilkes Booth, assassinated Abraham Lincoln. Months after the incident, Booth received a letter from his friend, Colonel Adam Badeau, a staff officer for General Grant who had served Lincoln, regarding how the brother of his rescuer had assassinated his father. Number 6. A secret recruitment letter that accidentally falls into the hands of a Russian agent after his defection. During the Cold War, a Russian spies in America accidentally dispensed a hollow coin used for secret communications. The coin was paid to a newspaper distributor's child, who by chance discovered that the coin had a message inside after it fell from it and its cover opened and the message came out. The boy handed the letter to the authorities. Then a defected Russian spy was asked to help decode the message, which indicated to be instructions for this particular spy after he arrived in America as a Russian spy. Number 5. A coincidence leads a native Indian to find her missing brother. In 1805, 2 American explorers, Meriwether Lewis and William Clark, turned to an Indian translator called Sacagawea to translate conversations between them and a tribe of Native Americans. Sacagawea was chosen to translate the language of the Shoshone tribe, which she was fluent in even though she was living with another tribe. After locating the Shoshone tribe, while Sacagawea is doing her job with the American explorers, she discovers that the chief of the tribe is actually her long-lost brother. Number 4. One of the strangest coincidences. He dies on the date he was pessimistic about all his life. Austrian composer Arnold Schoenberg had a dictrophobia, the fear of numbers, which had been so fearful of the number 13 all his life that he instead called it the number 12a. When he was 76, 7 plus 6 equals 13, he was in bed all day on Friday, July 13, 1951, careful to avoid any danger. It is strange that he died shortly before midnight, that is, he died on the 13th day, which he feared all his life. Number 3. Olympic Games reveal a strange similarity in the flags of countries. During the 1936 Olympics, runners from Liechtenstein were shocked to discover that their flag was identical to that of Haiti. The following year, Liechtenstein added a crown to its flag to distinguish it from the flag of Haiti. Number 2. He went to visit those who saved him from death, and the hospital arrived as a dead body. On the day of his assassination, Austrian Archduke Franz Ferdinand narrowly escaped a previous assassination attempt in 1914 by a Serbian association called the Black Hand, in which bullets hit his escorts. The Archduke and his wife decided to visit the injured in the hospital, but his driver took a wrong turn, stopped a few meters away from the killer a nearby cafe. Killer surprised the Archduke in the car and decided to take a chance, and immediately shot and killed the Archduke. Because of this assassination, Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. Allies joined on both sides, and it was the spark for the beginning of World War I, which claimed 16 million lives. Number 1. Curse of Tippecanoe, the strangest coincidence in the assassination of American presidents. As the accounts say, the deaths began with William Henry Harrison, who died in 1841 after being elected in 1840. The Tippecanoe curse, or Tecumseh curse, is named after the Battle of Tippecanoe, and appearing in this battle is Harrison, who used questionable tactics while negotiating a treaty. This angered Tecumseh, who was Shawnee's leader. As the story goes, Tecumseh's brother, who known as the Prophet, cursed Harrison and all future presidents-elect during Harrison's like years. Over the next 120 years, until 1960, elected presidents died in years divisible by 20 due to assassination or other causes. After Harrison, Abraham Lincoln was elected from 1860, James Garfield in 1880, William McKinley in 1900, Warren Harding in 1920, Franklin Roosevelt in 1940, and John Kennedy in 1960. What happened after that are the failed assassinations of Ronald Reagan in 1980, and George Bush in 2000.